Why won't the needle stay in? Tighten screw but won't hold it in. Never happened before. Been sewing on this machine 40 years.
Hi, thank you for contacting JustAnswer.com. My name is Russell. I will do my best to provide the right answer to your question. I would advise you, if the screw and the needle shank it is in, are indeed 40 years old, to see whether the clamping screw is cross-threaded, and not genuinely screwing in at all anymore. If you do not have fine enough eyesight to see and tell the difference, then unscrew the needle clamp screw all the way, and use a magnifier to see if the threads are shredded or broken. That's cross-threading, and means the screw is useless, and must be replaced. What maker and model of sewing machine are you having this problem with, please? Use reply to expert to let me know, and I will advise you further as appropriate. Thanks.
The machine is a Sears Kenmore, approx. 1974. I know how to clean and oil it. It still looks new. I love to sew and do as often as I can.
Very good to hear that. How does the screw that clamps the needle in place look when you remove it?
Sorry it took so long. I did what you said. The thread seems sharp and straight on the shank. I looked inside with flashlight and the threads look good. What else can I look for?
With no needle in the shank, can you tighten the screw all the way? Not forcibly, that might damage the threading. Just screw it in enough that you cannot later insert the needle into the needle shank/clamp, with the screw tied into the end of its easily movable range, without stressing anything. Can you with a gentle but firm pull on the screw, pull it out of the threading? If not, it is not cross-threaded, thank goodness. After that, you might have one. The wrong needle, meant for another machine too. The needle in the wrong way, for example. Backwards 3. Something else wrong with the needle shank/clamp.
My aunt passed, my other mother, funeral over now. Anxious to get my sewing machine working again.
If this problem has happened after 40 years of usage, it is either a matter of it breaking at last, or perhaps, owing to something in the setup having changed. So, think carefully, is anything changed, even some little thing? In the setup, the way you use the machine, the materials being used, etc.
The screw seems to go in all the way, however it feels like the needle is not going up all the way. I did change needles and tried a couple that were for my machine.
Okay, then try loosening the screw a lot, almost to the point where it comes out. Then put in the needle. Does it fit properly, go up all the way, and does it get clamped firmly when you tighten the screw?
You did it. It worked. I unscrew it almost all the way, tried the needle. At first it didn't go in, then it suddenly went up all the way. I tightened the screw and it held. I already fixed the jeans I was working on. You got me back in business. You made this widow very happy. I can work again. Thank you, thank you. And God bless you. He was so dedicated to finding the problem. I recommend him highly.
You compliment me more than I deserve. I merely put in my usual level of inquiry and insight into the problem and its solution. But your encomium is appreciated for sure. Good luck for the future, and thank you for making good use of the advisory resources of JustAnswer.com.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.